Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my series, A Year in the Garden, a Week at a Time. We are 9 weeks before last frost date. Single digits. Here we go. So 9 weeks before last frost date. Things are really kind of just starting to get going here in the garden. I've been out in the greenhouse here doing some transplants, and there's nothing makes me happier than a tray full of herb transplants. Let me show you. Is that not a happy sight? So I have my dill here. They should be happy in there. Parsley, doing very well. I'm gonna have to cut this and harvest some of that. I'm making some soup tomorrow. That'll be perfect. Cilantro in here. Got 4 of those, and then some chives. So that makes me happy, happy, happy. Now, along with those herbs doing very well, I took a look out in my garden and noticed that my winter sowing is coming up. So the kale, one of the cabbages is coming up, the mizuna is coming up, the kohlrabi is coming up. The cold weather vegetables basically are starting to come up. So I hope they're going to be okay. I mean, they're just little teeny tiny seedlings, so they should be fine. You guys are blowing my stuff around here. So yeah, they should be fine. So I'll keep an eye on those. If we get any really, really cold weather, then I'll cover them. But other than that, they're fine for now. It's, you know, they're in those little greenhouses. They'll be fine. What else have I noticed? Oh, the other thing that's new is that all the snow is gone from my yard. So I can, the ground is really starting to warm up now, and we're getting some beautiful warm afternoons. So now I could go ahead and do some amending for my in-ground garden. I'm not going to change the layout of it at all this year. I may do it another year, but not this year. So I'm really happy that all that snow is gone. But today, yesterday was actually National Flower Day. So that was March 12th. Today is March 13th. And I'm going to be planting my flowers. Let me show you what I'm going to be planting this year. Got them all laid out here. Now, I won't be planting all of these, but this is the type of flowers that I am planting this year. I always plant one kind of morning glory, and this is this Nolan's Black morning glory I'm going to try. These grandiflora mix, I always like these to put these in a pot. Bachelor buttons are another one that I really like to have in pots around. Nigella Persian jewels. These are really unique flowers. They look like something out of the Arabian desert, which might be, since they're Persian jewels, it might be. So yeah, I'm going to plant those. Those go in a pot. Nicotiana is one of my favorite ones to grow. I've got a couple different colors. I got the pink, the green, and I can't remember what color this marshmallow one is. Calendula. I love calendula because they have these bright little pops of color in the garden. They can also survive a frost. So they're really nice to have in your garden, and because they last past your first frost. So I've got a bunch of different colors of those. I am a marigold junkie. So marigolds are my favorite flower to plant. I have a bunch of different kinds here. I just think they're all so unique. Look at this one. And this one. So I have a lot of marigolds. I love to grow zinnias. I have a bunch of different colors of zinnias. The orange ones are my favorite. So it'll be interesting to see what these are like. Another one of my favorites, cosmos. So they look like this. These are great in the garden, like the cosmos, the zinnias, the marigolds. They attract all the bees. Hold on a second. Between the wind chimes and the motorcycles, it's noisy here. So zinnias, cosmos, marigolds, they attract a lot of the bees. And I like to put them right in the middle of my garden. So I've got a bunch of different colors of zinnias. Really, it's much quieter here in the winter. These are a lot of fun to grow as well. Another thing I'm bringing back into my garden is bee balm. Look at this bee balm. Isn't that cool? It's the coolest thing. It's called spotted bee balm. And this one, Spielarton. And this is just regular old lemon bee balm. It was free. So I'm gonna plant some bee balm, and then I like to have some nasturtiums. I got the red ones, and then I got the jewel ones. These are the orange, yellow, reddish mix. So I will plant those. So these are the trays I like to plant my flowers in. You can fit 50 plants in here. So I usually do one variety in each row. And sometimes I'll do like a couple cells of one color and a couple more cells of another color. And I'll just go up and down the row and I'll just mark them as zinnias, cosmos, however I want to do them. But I don't know if I'm going to have one tray or two trays. I usually just like one tray, because to find 50 spots in my garden to put flowers is sometimes a little difficult. So to plant these, you just put a little divot in here, and you know, up to the first knuckle, and set your seed in there and then cover them up. When you're planting flowers, make sure you look on the back of the seed packet. I don't think this is focusing. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't tell. And see if they need light to germinate. Some plants do, and some plants don't. Some plants need to be soaked. I'm sorry, some seeds need to be soaked. Some seeds do not need to be soaked. And usually what I do is I go through, here, let me grab something. So here we go. These ones, I'm not planting these this year, but these ones you need to soak the seeds for 24 hours before you plant them. So make sure you look at your planting instructions on the back and see if they need to be soaked or they need to be stratified, which means they need to be frozen for a certain amount of time, like strawberry seeds. Some of the strawberries need to be stratified. And that's my only suggestion. Now, the marigold seeds are the only ones that are a little difficult to plant because they are bigger. Hold on, let me show you. So we are out here in my garden, and dropped it. Looking at the marigold seeds. So you can see they're really long. See how long they are? These are the only ones that are a little difficult to plant. So when I'm planting the marigolds, I make a longer hole and then lay them on their sides. I can't get them off my hand. There we go. So I make sure that they're laying on their sides and then just cover them up. other than that, just make a little hole, put the seed in it. If you have a flower that has a little bigger seed, just make sure you're going 3 times the seed width. And so those you may need to go down a little further, like nasturtiums. Here. See these? They're a lot bigger. So these will have to go down and go deeper. So that is it. That's all I'm going to be doing this week, is getting these flowers planted. Next week, I'm going to be planting those tomato seeds. I cannot wait. Oh, I wanted to show you this. Hold on a second. So I brought my peppers out here to spend a little bit of time. And you can see that they are all starting to come up now. Some of them were a little slow before, but they're all starting to come up now. I was worried about them. I thought maybe that I had done something wrong because only certain ones were generating. I thought maybe my heat mat was not heating evenly or something like that. I don't know. But they all came up. So next week, tomatoes. I can't wait. I think I've got it narrowed down to like 25 varieties. We'll see how many I end up planting in the long run. But I look forward to doing that, and I look forward to getting these flowers planted. Alright, thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you like what you saw here, don't forget to click on that subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, happy gardening. Bye-bye.